Hey, what's going on, guys? Target Roth here, and as you can see, I've made a little upgrade. So now you can all have the pleasure of looking at this beautiful face in fairly low quality. No, it's all good. It's all good. But no, I just thought I'd give this a go and try and improve my video content. Anyway, today's video is going to be a little bit different from my normal content, but I really wanted to feature this. I think it'll help a lot of you guys out, especially the free-to-play community, and I think it's quite important. So recently I had the pleasure of chatting with a guy on Discord who made the incredible achievement of getting 100% stars all the way up to hard mode. So that's clearing chapter 2840 with 3 stars on every single level, entirely free to play. So he was only at VIP 5 when he achieved this, which, I mean, maybe he made a tiny purchase or something in the beginning, but like in general, that's 100% free to play. That's ridiculous. Um, Even if you make a few small purchases, you probably end up around VIP 6, VIP 7, VIP 8, around about the time that you get there, and most paying players will probably be a lot sort of higher up before they even get close to clearing 100% of the original campaign. Right, so this is an absolutely massive achievement, and I just really wanted to feature it here. And for those of you who don't know, Javo is now a community supporter on the Discord. So yeah, he's excellent guy to talk to, brilliant with this game, and yeah, so I thought I'd just pick his brain a little bit and see what was his strategy to get that done, and just sort of relay that to you guys and feature his account a little bit. So without further ado, I present to you Javo. So this is his top 5 at the moment, or top 6, sorry, at the moment. And yeah, we'll break it down. So as you can see, he at the time that he completed this, he only had 4 Mythic 5 heroes. Toko, Sally, Einstein, and Blaze Centaur. Now this is interesting because out of all of them, one of them is really, really, really not used by most people, and she's incredibly farmable, and I think potentially heavily underrated. Most people consider her like a S tier hero that is rated S plus, and that's Toko, right? Samurai Girl is consistently rated as the worst S plus hero, and I find it interesting that he's managed to complete the entire campaign by focusing on these 4 in particular. He also has a Gonable at Mythic 3 and a Van Helsing at Mythic 2 with a bunch of Legend and Epic heroes. He did mention he used time quite a bit as well once he obtained him. And yeah, so he's done exactly sort of what I mentioned in my beginner video, and focused on a few different heroes and really built sort of a solid core team, which he could rely on for most of the content, you know. And in regards to getting 100% for the main campaign, I genuinely don't think you could come up with a better like strategy, given like free to play and everything. So even pay to play, like this would be an excellent lineup to clear the main story. So yeah, let's get into it. So when you break it down, all of his Mythic 5 heroes are exceptionally easy to get copies of, and they're sort of suitable for every player, free to play or not. You know, the main 4 have very specific roles to fill and form an excellent core team, and then the other 2 slots can sort of be switched out in regards to whatever utility you sort of need. And so looking at it, we got Blaze Centaur, the main tank. He's everybody's sort of go-to main tank, and for good reason, especially at the beginning of the game. And he just forms that frontline rock that he can sort of play around and essentially just anchor the rest of his team. Alright, and his main DPS was obviously Toko, or Samurai Girl, and she has carried him right through to the end. Between her pursuit abilities and her high damaging ultimate, she would have been an incredible and, more importantly, very easy to build DPS. So Toko, for those of you who don't know, you can always buy copies of her in the recycle store. So all the B heroes that you pull, you can actually turn into copies of Toko. She is also available through monthly quests and through Union help. So there's 3 different avenues for which you can obtain copies of her, and you could probably also put her as your wish or da 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 da. That's very easy to build S plus hero. Right. So then you go into Einstein, the main support, and incredibly important for getting 3 stars on these stages. The main reason why is because you're going to have 2 slots that you can't necessarily rely on staying alive if the battle lasts for more than a couple of rounds. And he will essentially just allow you to do that. Yeah, he's just going to keep your heroes, all 6 of your heroes alive, which is required to get 3 stars in every stage. And last of all is Sally. She's an excellent carry in her own right, so she's got a little bit of auxiliary DPS. But she's also supporting Toko's very high damage with her armor reduction abilities. So yeah, that's an incredibly solid core team of 5. Oh, 4, sorry. And I can definitely see how that managed to sort of speedrun the main game content. Right, so yeah, Blaze Centaur, as I mentioned in his video, you can build him from the Star Trek store, very, very easy to build. Einstein also, and Sally, you can get through your arena tokens, and they're all very easy to sort of rush to Mythic 5. So when I had a chat with him, I asked him what he focused on and why. And right, his number 1 tip to focus on for newer players was focus on faction wanted. Like, you probably sort of maybe ignore it a little bit when you first unlock it. You're like, oh, what's this? And you only clear 10 stages a day, da 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 da. But actually, the buffs from there are incredibly powerful. Like, upgrading your faction wanted will increase your power by a large margin, and it's definitely worth the time and energy to grind out those levels and try and work out how to clear them, especially for boosting up your main heroes. But yeah, the more you can clear there, the stronger and easier time you'll have progressing. Right. He also mentioned that he prioritized finding a strong union in the beginning, and it's way more important than being loyal to like a small union that you join early on. It's worth your time to sort of hop between unions. I mean, this might be a little bit controversial for some people, but yeah, the rewards from jumping into a higher tiered union are much higher, especially if you can sort of keep up a little bit more, and that'll help you to progress faster. So weekly rewards from unions are really important, and getting into a strong one as soon as possible is, yeah, should be a priority. Alright, his first Mythic 5 was Blaze Centaur, like most people, and if you want to know more about him, I'll try and link my video here. But anyway, moving on, he's a solid tank, and like I said, anchor your team around him, easy as. He mentioned being active daily is super important, or quite obviously. You get all your daily rewards and get heaps of scrolls just for completing your dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and this, yeah, really important. So yeah, that's Java's sort of top tips for newer players. And if you want to sort of replicate his success, I would definitely recommend giving it a go. It's quite fun to just pop on a new account and give these sorts of strategies a try. But for newer players out there, here's some ideas for you. If you're struggling with anything or you don't know what heroes to build and you want to sort of accelerate your progress, that's a really good solid core that you can go for. And yeah, So with the second half of this video, I just wanted to sort of talk about some stuff that's going on in the community and promote the Discord a little bit. So as you know, the game has a dedicated Discord channel. The staff are working hard to sort of build it up and make it more active with more players and everything. And I just wanted to give it a little shout out here and let you guys have a link in my little description below. If you haven't joined already, jump on there, have a chat. I'm on there constantly. There's heaps of other top players you can sort of ask. Javo's on there. You can get in there and ask him yourself if you're curious. And yeah, I just thought this was a really incredible achievement, and I sort of just really wanted to share that with you guys. So, cheers.